All or Nothing, Requiem. Look at this. Why is Rytlock's... Why is Rytlock's face a mouse face? He's got a mouse face. He's not a cat anymore. He's a mouse. Looks like fucking Splinter. He does. He looks like fucking Rat from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What the actual... What is happening? Today we released the first of 3 stories. 3 short stories about the thoughts and feelings of some of your allies in the aftermath. Oh right, okay. Rytlock's story was written by Alex Kane of the ArenaNet narrative team. Formatted using program. Alright, let's read this. Rytlock. Alright. This looks cool. What is this? It's the Dragon Bloom. Rytlock. We've got Keith and we've got... Oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? The sniper, the Deadeye. Oh my god, why am I forgetting? Well, that's the 3 stories then, I guess. Why does he look like a rat though? Explore the thoughts of 3 of your allies following the events of All or Nothing. To read a story, click on the character portrait and follow the links. Alright. Is that it? Is that it? Alright, we're clicking. Let me kill the music. Let me kill the music here. I don't know. The word hits... Wow. The words hit me like 3 shots to the chest. Those spiked Iron Legion rounds that shatter apart and lodge in your sternum. Wow, that's a word. Great reading here, Deroir. Off to a good start. Story time. We stared, not at the body, at the commander. Where was the plan? The next great idea? There was always another plan. This one was supposed to be a triumph, our killing blow. Burn me. Even prophecy was on our side. And then it was over. Aurene was dead. Dragon's Watch done. Just like Destiny's Edge. Just like the last time. I couldn't stop it. Aw. Roleplay. Aurene. Dead. Kralkatoric. Gone. Just gone. Back into the mists with no way to chase him down. A lifetime of Blood Legion training drilled into my head told me to pick up Sahatan and go after the damn dragon anyway. Pursue, destroy, no hesitation, no fear. I could have done more, should have done more. 11 years ago, I watched Glint fall out of the sky. Today, I watched Kralkatoric murder our last hope. Wow, Keith. I can't pronounce Keith. I should do the Batman voice. Batman. I'm Batman. Keith, wow, I can't say Keith. Holy shit. Keith was there too. Thought she'd feel the same as me. She'd been there for the first time. She'd been there when Snaff. I thought she'd be furious. She wasn't. The commander joined her by the twisted corpse that Kralkatoric left behind. Aurene, impaled, forever frozen in her death throes. Alright, let's do the Batman voice. Easy. I saw tears. Wow. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. But no rage. Where was their rage? This is actually a bit more fitting for Rytlock, I guess. The RP is real here. Where was the plan? How were we going to win? Keith, the commander, Timey, Brahm, all grieving for the dead dragon. No anger for the one that escaped. How could they mourn a dragon? Impaled, oh my god. You have to trust me, Rytlock. How many times had I heard that from the commander? It was never not a stupid plan. Raising one dragon from birth to kill another and fulfill some sort of foretold destiny. Char don't even raise their own cubs. How is anyone supposed to raise a dragon? It was always a stupid plan, but I went along with it. Not because of trust. No, this was about loyalty. Char are loyal to their warband, their brothers and sisters in arms. The bonds forged in battle are stronger than any bloodline, but in the Farah, we're also taught that losing warband mates will happen, for the greater good. Victory above all, honor to the warband, glory to the high legions, acceptable losses, Ruinbringer calls them. Sure. Destiny's Edge, Dragon's Watch. For over a decade, they've been my warbands, my family. They've been loyal to me. I tried to be loyal to them. They put their faith in me to achieve victory above all. Even with acceptable losses, I didn't do enough. Kralkatorg is in the mists. Soon, he'll either brand the whole world or swallow up the mists. So, we hunt him down and we kill him. Simple, right? Yeah, no, not really. Aurene was the only way to save Tyria. She was supposed to kill the crystal dragon, absorb his magic, and I don't know. It's not like we had better options. Every other plan ends with the annihilation of all existence. Wow, that's pretty grim right there. Even if we somehow did manage to end Kralkatorg without her, all that magic inside him from Saitan, Morgemoth, and Balthazar, the boom wouldn't be pretty. All of my friends, my family, they're going to die in this doomed world because I am a failure. Always have been. Wait, I could click Balthazar. Wait, hold up. Wait, really? Okay, there's another story if you click on Balthazar. Hold up. Has this happened before? Wait, let's go on with the main story here. Let's go... Yeah, it's a link. Yeah, wait, hold up. We'll go with that after. Rytlock, Rytlock, Rytlock. That damned chorus of voices all around me again. Open palms shoving me to the ground. Clawed feet kicking me while I'm down. And somewhere behind it all is my voice. Small, alone. Screaming for them to stop. They don't. Not until I wake up. I knew I'd... Wait. Everyone's telling me to do the Balthazar. Wait. I'll get back to the Balthazar one in a second, guys. Okay. I knew I'd get back at them someday. Me and my friends. We'd make them all stop. We'd hurt them. Like they'd hurt us. I became the leader of my warband. Training every day. Slaughtering countless enemies. A legend among the Char. They'd knock me down, but I'd always stand back up. Knees weak. Arms heavy. Jonah. Jesus. I never dream about that. Why can't I ever dream about that? I was the runt of the litter. I'd always be the runt of the litter. No matter how many enemies I tore apart, no matter how many elder dragons I killed. Even if I was Kanur, I'd always be Rytlock. I couldn't change that. All I could do was stand back up after they pushed me down. But even when I silenced those voices for good, I never got them out of my head or my nightmares. Not until I found Sahathan. How long is this? Oh shit, no, wait. I just messed up. Wait. What? Alright. I gotta get back to the... Okay, let's do the Balthazar then. There we go. How long is this though? Okay, we'll get back to the sword because holy shit, that's a lot. Oh no, it continues. Okay, it's like a deviation. It's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Alright, we're doing the Balthazar then. Is that your sword? The stranger's voice carried far in the mists. Oh, is that your sword? It's Balthazar talking, I just realized. The stranger's voice carried far in the mist. It was deep, powerful. Maybe in life he'd been some great lord. Crossed someone he shouldn't have. Wound up chained in these wastelands. Didn't matter to me. My eyes were on the blade buried deep in the stone, its flame long extinguished. My goal finally in sight. After how long it had been. Time is strange in the mists. I only ask, the stranger said, because it looks like Sahathan's lost its spark. I stopped. Or maybe just my heart did. How do you know its name? The stranger smiled. People are strange in the mist too. Who doesn't know of Sahathan, he asked. Legendary blade of fire and war, taken up by a Char. Word travels around, I guess. He offered to reignite it. I should have known. That was the moment I should have known. Idiot. But it was also the moment I realized I couldn't get Sahathan back. I'd wandered the mists for what felt like a lifetime. Ancient battles repeating for eternity. And now there was a chance to take back the light. My light. I didn't ask who he was or why he was chained up. I just wanted my life back. You can reignite it? The stranger raised his arm, and the flame within Sahadin sparked, piercing through the gloom of the mists. I should have noticed how easily his muscles ignored the weight of his chains. I should have noticed the hungry flicker of flame in his eyes. But how much did I really see? How much did I just wish I'd seen? Sparks and cinders filled the air as I wrenched the blade from the stone. Its heat felt familiar. Now I was smiling too. With Sahadin, everything always seemed just a little easier. That blade is truly a marvel, the stranger said. I see how you look at it. You appreciate how special it is. I told him it was good at its job. But I won't lie. Part of me was vindicated. The stranger had no answer except to raise both his arms and stretch out his chains. And then I freed him. That's the scene that we see in Path of Fire, where, well, he lights Sahadin and then Rytlock just cuts it down. I like the whole story behind it. I like the thought process. I like reading this aloud. It was my fault. Everything that came after, all because I wanted that damn sword back. I told myself it was to free Ascalon of its curse, but that excuse didn't last long. I wanted Sahadin because it was mine. Because I earned it. Or at least, I paid for it. Huh. He paid for it. We don't know how he came about it. That's kind of the thing, right? He paid for it, somehow. When Balthazar, saw how I looked at it, could he see what I thought of myself without it? After I cut him loose, he went on to Alona, killed the blast, murdered the commander, struck a bargain with Joko, nearly destroyed the world, all because I wanted that sword back. Alright, and then we're back to the Rytlock. I should have just gone with Balthazar, I guess. Alright. So we're back. Wait, okay. This means the Rytlock, he's dreaming about being a kid, blah, blah, blah. We're back to that, and he says, not until I found Sahadin. Alright. Always thought it was more of an Ash Legion job. Infiltrate the Flame Legion and sabotage Caharan Balefire's operation from the inside. Normally, that'd mean sending an envoy to the Black Citadel to set up a joint operation. But Imperator, I never know how to pronounce that. Imperator, Ruinbringer didn't trust Ash Legion. Still doesn't. Doesn't trust anyone, really. He just sent the two of us, me and Krisha. She was like one of those knives made out of Canton porcelain, flawless and sharp enough to cut you to pieces. Kree was perfect for the job, Ruinbringer said. What he meant was she was female. Balefire wouldn't see it coming. She wouldn't expect her of being a Blood Legion warrior in disguise. He was right. Burn him. Ruinbringer usually is. Getting into the garrison was easy. Maybe the job itself would have been too, if I didn't spend most of my time just trying to avoid killing everyone I met. That was hard. Krisha was better. Poisoned food, stole plans, swapped orders. Flame Legion didn't suspect a thing. Then we got some news, something big going through the ranks. The Flame Legion had found something and was bringing it to our garrison. Something incredible. They'd found Sahadin. Boys, this is the story. This is the story. I tried to learn more, but sneaking around? Question mark. Gathering intelligence? Not exactly my strong suit. Here's what the two of us figured out. The Flame Legion sent some troops to the Ring of Fire to look for an ancient relic that belonged to a human prince, Rurik. Was supposed to have been a gift from their god of war, Balthazar. When we heard that the blade was leaving our garrison for Firehard Rise, to be delivered to Imperator Balefire himself. Well, I couldn't let that happen. Of course, I couldn't just steal it. I had to tell my warband mate what I was planning. Problem was, Kree was doing too good of a job to leave it all behind. When I told her what I was going to do, she told me I'd get myself killed. Probably put her at risk too. If I got caught, It wouldn't take them long to figure out which Imperator we really answered to. But I was young. I couldn't let Balefire get its claws on Sahathan. And my head was full of... I was young. We were young. I did what I thought I had to. I killed the guards protecting Sahathan and claimed it for myself. Begged Krisha to come with me. Maybe she even considered it. I'll never know. Because she didn't. She stabbed me in the leg with a paring knife to slow me down and sounded the alarm. Later she told Ruinbringer she was trying to make it look good. Can't say I appreciated it at that time. Even if it worked. She kept up the act for years after I got away. I think about her sometimes. Her fine lines and sharp edges. The scar on my leg reminds me of what I did. Still makes me wonder if Kree was one of those acceptable losses our teachers in the Farah like to talk about so much. But in the end, I had Sahathan. That was what mattered. Imperator Ruinbringer wasn't happy to see I'd blown my cover, but stealing Balefire's secret weapon, that improved his mood. Now that I was back with my stone warband, Ruinbringer decided to put us on the front lines of the next major attack, with me and Sahathan at the fore. He wanted the Flame Legion to see their precious artifact in the claws of the enemy. He wanted the Flame Legion to see their own cut down by its magic. He wanted the Flame Legion to fear the fire, and they did. Battle after battle, Sahathan cleaved through enemy lines. Their arrows, their blades, their magic, it all knocked me down, but I always got back up. My legend grew. My power grew. My warband grew distant. But that didn't matter to me. I had Sahathan, and I was unstoppable. I won battle after battle, setting those Flame Legion zealots ablaze, like dried kindling. Rytlock Brimstone was the most feared char on the battlefield. My superiors tried to order me around, tried to push me down, but with Sahathan, nobody would ever push me around again. My superiors didn't like that very much. It's a cool sword. Yeah, he really loves that sword. I love this. This is great. This is the story we've been begging to get since, well, before Path of Fire. Or before Heart of Thorns, sorry. Anyways, alright, I'll continue. I should have you executed, you know that. I remember the way Ruinbringer's eyes shone. Shone? Sorry, not Englishman, native. Shone, and his teeth flashed in that dimly lit chamber at the Blood Citadel. He claimed that I didn't follow orders, that I put my fellow char at risk, that I thought I was better than he was. I told him I had opinions about my orders. On the battlefield, he sneered, that's a bad place to have opinions. The next words out of my mouth were a mistake. Only if we lose, I said. I've yet to fight a losing battle. Ruinbringer rose from his throne. I tried to stand taller, dignified. Well, you're in one right now. I gritted my teeth. I knew what was coming next. Or at least, I thought I did. I love the cliffhanger after cliffhanger after cliffhanger, because it's just a thought, or process of thoughts. You will not become a Gladium, Ruinbringer said. You're being promoted. I was confused, but told him I was honored. That was a mistake too. Ruinbringer showed me a heavy parchment, folded, sealed with wax. You'll be going on a little tour of the legions, he continued. Maybe your motivational presence will deliver them the same victories you brought us. Just execute me. The other legions, they don't fight like blood. Iron covers their cowers behind their machines. Ash skulks around Ash skulks around in the shadows, but there was no reasoning with him. Ruinbringer enjoyed the thought of me being miserable more than he enjoyed winning. All my victories, all the blood I'd spilled in my legion's name, in that moment, it meant nothing. I never thought I'd feel that impotent again. I was there, in the Crystal Desert. The sands were glass. I looked right. Glint's corpse. I looked left. Her sanctuary, just a blasted ruin. And in front of me, Snaf. what was left of him. I could have done more to save the little Asura. If I hadn't been so fixed on killing the crystal dragon, I would have seen the branded swarming him. All the power of Sahothan and Snaf was still torn apart right before my eyes. I blame Logan. But it was my fault. And I'm just as powerless now as I was then. Couldn't keep Logan from leaving, couldn't save Snaf, couldn't save Destiny's Edge, or Vlast, or Arene. Take away Sahothan and what am I? Wow, it's like Iron Man. Take away the suit and armor, what are you? Philanthropist, playboy, you know, never mind. Take away Sahothan and what am I? Who is Rytlock Brimstone without the legendary fire sword? Would I still be Tribune? Would I still be known throughout the High Legions? If I died and someone else took up the sword, could they do better? I looked around the ruins of Thunderhead Keep at the commander, Kaith, Taimi, Braum, my allies, my friends, my family. But there was more. A thought cowering deep in the back of my head. The cubs I never see. I sent them off to the Farah years ago. That's what we do. He's a dad. Rytlock's a dad. Rytlock has kids. Here's 100 gold betting that it's Rox. Here's 100 gold betting that Rox is Rytlock's daughter. Just putting it out there. Alright. Wasn't supposed to be a part of their lives. But that always felt wrong. My parents left me to struggle. The only way a runt survives in the Farah is to fight their own battles, tooth and claw. Still, I check in on them once in a while, just to see how they're doing. Make sure they're staying out of trouble and make sure nobody's giving them any. I'm never going to see them again. They'll look up at the sky as the mists disappear and everything ends. Will their warband be there to help them? Some are too young, haven't even left the Farah yet. They'll die never knowing the camaraderie of a warband, of a family. And my eldest, my first, would he even bother to think of me as the world comes apart? That's when the tears came. Finally. I realized why Kaith was crying, why the commander was crying. To them, Aurene wasn't just a dragon. She was their daughter. 11 years ago, I stood in the Crystal Desert and saw how powerless I really was. Even with Sahothan, everything fell apart. Kralkatorg escaped, my friends either died or abandoned me. My superiors call it acceptable losses. My whole life I was told that my warband was my family and the High Legions were absolute. Everything I did, every victory I won, it was for them. Everything else I had to sacrifice was an acceptable loss. But they're not acceptable, not when I keep losing people I care about, my comrades, my friends, my cubs. I never let it happen. Burn the High Legions, burn them all to the ground. I barely know my cubs, but if Kralkatorg threatened one of them, I'd sacrifice my damn sword in a heartbeat. I'd throw myself in front of them. I died for them. Yeah, I guess I get it now. Rytlock, Logan. His voice shakes me back to the present. Saw you pacing around. I had been. All over Thunderhead Keep. Now I'm crouched on a piece of stonework away from the others, hiding in the shadows. Thought I'd be difficult to spot. Guess I was wrong. Just thinking. Right. I see Logan hefting something out of the corner of his eye. Oh, wait. Let's redo that. I see Logan hefting something out of the corner of my eye. You left this by Arene's. Near Aurene. It's Sahothan. I can't remember leaving it anywhere. So I just turned to look at it. At Logan, trying to think of something to say. Nothing comes to mind until he lays the blade against the wall and turns to leave. Logan stops. Yes? He's waiting. Patient. I'll give him that. I don't know how long he stands there, like some sort of siege, a friendly one. I glance at the sword. Didn't need it. Another silence, longer. Come on, he says. Let's check on the others. They need us. After everything, how can I argue with that? I start to leave, but Logan's hand is on my shoulder. Rytlock, your sword. It's more than a sword, I know that much. I decided long ago that Sahathan was more important than Kree, who I'd left behind. I decided it was more important to have Sahathan than a family by my side. But I could kill every damn thing in the whole world. I could rule all 4 legions as the next Khanur, and I'd never be happy. It'd never be worth it. I couldn't fix the world. I couldn't even fix me. So I keep walking. Don't need it, I say again. It's just a sword. It'll be here when I get back. Logan looks suspicious. You sure? Even with Sahathan, I'll never be as strong as I need to be. But I'm not powerless either. Not while I have them. My warband, my family. But not while I can still fight for them. Yeah, it'll be alright. Huh. Look at this. And then we got Rytlock. Wow. I wonder if they're gonna go with the whole abandoning Sahathan kind of deal. That was a really good story. Here's where the ERP starts. Like, wow. Can we get some Pepe hands in chat? That was a sad story. Sad all the way through to the end. I love that. That was really great. Illustration by the creative partner Jerome Jacinth. Oh my god. I'm criticizing a partner here. I'm sorry. Jerome, you did a wonderful job. Awesome artwork. That was a really nice story. It's on the official site, by the way. 1 of 3. I can't wait to read the rest of these. Keith especially, but I forget the name here. The sniper, the Deadeye, Jesus Christ. It's gonna be interesting as well, seeing or reading the behind the scenes of Balthasar and the Saphira. Thank you, Saphira. Thank you. It's really cool. I love this. We finally got the story of how he got Sahathan. He stole it. He stole it from the Flame Legion, who excavated it. It all makes sense now. Yeah, Keith should be really cool. I guarantee you that's gonna be a really cool story. All right, I don't really know what to say. I feel like I need to digest this. This was more sad than informative. I love the writing. It was really well formatted in the way that it was built here. Like it was structured as though you had these what are they called? Cliffhangers on every page, which you wouldn't find in a book necessarily. I mean, but it's really well for the format. I think I read that they were doing it with Twine, where it keeps going or whatnot. Twine, yeah, open source program Twine. A page turner indeed, exactly. It ends on every. It's interesting though here at the end. I wonder if how well they're gonna incorporate these stories into the rest of the story going forward. So like, is he going to be distant towards Sahathan now? Or what's actually gonna happen there? Is he gonna pick it back up like we expect him to? I don't know, maybe. But yeah, that was a great little story. Glad I got to read that. Thank you for pointing it out. I forget who pointed it out to me. Thank you for pointing it out. Very appreciated. Good fun. Pretty different. Sahathan new legendary greatsword. I actually wouldn't be surprised. Like I'm genuinely surprised that Sahathan never turned into a legendary. Yannick, thank you. There we go. I'm so surprised it didn't turn into a legendary. But yeah, if he just kind of abandons it in the story and we pick it up, or we have a chance to pick it up in the story, and then that becomes the actual greatsword and we mold it into something different, I can see it. I can see it work. It makes sense. We already have a fiery greatsword skin, but we don't have Sahothin. The thing about Sahothin being a legendary is that it is a legendary greatsword, or a legendary sword. In the story, in the lore, it's a legendary sword. We already have it though. No, we have a. They updated the model. They updated the model for Sahothin to look much more crazy. It looks pretty insane. If you look at Rytlock compared to the flaming greatsword that we have in game, they're way different. Yeah, Magdair. Magdair was a legendary as well. But that's the thing. These are actual legendary swords in the lore, in the story. Like, why are they not legendaries in the game? It's always been weird to me. So yeah, I can actually see that. I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Now that we know the backstory a little bit more of Sahothin, Balthasar's sword, excavated by the Flame Legion, recovered by Rytlock on a secret mission. I can see this. Yeah, definitely. Introduce it as a legendary greatsword. I'm getting behind it. I wouldn't necessarily use a flaming greatsword because it's not really, flames aren't really my style, but I'll make it. I'll get it. Who's that partnered artist I butchered? Oh, who butchered it? Wow. Jerome did a great job. Look at that. It's amazing art. All right. But should it be in the game? I don't know. Magdair is a loose end. Isn't it some Norn has the pieces. I don't know. Magdair will someday come into the limelight. Maybe, probably not. Who knows? What if you go and get Sahothin and the pieces of Magdair and reforge it both together into an epic greatsword? Imagine that, actually. If they do a double greatsword again. If they do a double greatsword legendary again, where we have the fire and frost, and you can combine them. Holy shit. Yeah, Destiny's Edge. Actually call it Destiny's Edge and then release the greatsword. Imagine that. That would be something. If there's an icy version, if there is a blue version, if we get Magdair as the greatsword, as another great, oh my god, instant craft, always wielding, boom, value, pug right there. Anyways, that was a really cool story. That was a really cool story, ladies and gentlemen. I think that'll do it for me though. That took a lot longer to read than I thought. That took a lot longer to read than I thought it would. I thought it was just going to be a very, very short story. I think I've been reading here for like 20 minutes or something, 25 minutes. Keith just got unlocked. You're lying to me. You're lying to me. You're lying, right? Wait. If it's real, then I'll check it out, but I don't believe so. I think they're gonna do one a day, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. They're doing one a day. All right. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for listening to Storytime. I hope you enjoyed it. Actually, I am too easy. I know. I hope you enjoyed that. I actually found that to be really, really fun. Just reading the story aloud. Storytime with Deroir.